Hey folks, how's it going? It is Monday. We're playing Minecraft. Hope you all had a good weekend, enjoyed your Easter, whatever you were doing. I managed to not eat a single bit of chocolate. There is tradition to eat chocolate on Easter. At least as commercial as it is.
I
Hey,
did eat chocolate.
nice. Yeah, chocolate is good.
Today though, or not yesterday. So we have 2 days of Easter.
Yeah, that's interesting. That we only have we have the Easter Sunday, like the main Easter, but then we have Good Friday, which nothing really happens for Good Friday. It's
Yeah,
it's just got a name.
yeah, we have Good Friday, then we have Sunday Easter. That's first Easter day, and then we have uh, Monday as second Easter day.
Ah. Is there anything special happens on the second Easter day?
No,
What is that? No.
No.
no, we just like the extra day off.
Yeah, I
We
can
have
get.
the same with Christmas and wat is Pinkster in het Engels?
No, geen idee. That all
There's another
exists.
one somewhere in June where we
I can
also
think you
do.
have Ascension Day on Thursday. Not this Thursday, but it's always on a Thursday.
Okay.
You never heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of that. It's not something we do in the UK. At least something I've not really done.
In the Netherlands, you're always free on that one.
Ah.
Just like Good Friday.
Yeah, I like how I'm watching on a alternative account on my laptop for Twitch, and of course it's quite happily says Lisa says I sell emotes, and then for you on my alt account it just says star 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 star.
You have an alt account.
Yeah, so it makes it
I
easy.
have, I have free follow.
Ah, yeah.
I'll start streaming around the first again.
I sell
I
emotes.
planned in enough stream time, so then I will do it.
Yeah, so good whenever you. There's no point streaming when you're not really feeling.
No, but it
Yeah.
also messes with the current drawing schedule. So
Uh,
I'll not first, but I would because I still want to stream. It's also a bit of like an encouragement. Like you can only stream when you at least finish your plans, so and have a certain goal with the drawings. And I think I will reach it on the first, around maybe a bit earlier.
cool.
If I don't reach it, then there will be long or no stream to force myself.
Yeah, it's good to have these constraints to go. Okay, you just don't do a thing if you're
Yeah.
yeah, if you're not finished. But it's important not to punish yourself if you can't do a thing, but it's
Not
good to
a
have.
real punishment.
No, but if you really wanted to stream and if you've not finished drawing, then you can still stream. But if you know, if you need that as a incentive to go, well, I know
Yes.
streaming something I like doing, and I need to drawing something I need to do, even if I don't want to.
Drawing is more something I like to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I punish someone with it, but you know.
Hmm. But yeah, I'll follow you with my old account when we finish the stream.
Cool.
Yeah, this one I've made a completely separate email address for, so it's it's kind of safe from kind of any effects.
I have 2 accounts with separate emails,
Yeah,
and that's it. The rest is self temp.
yeah.
Huh? I made a mistake. Oh. Very small mistake. Maybe. I don't care.
Hmm.
You know, those mistakes so small that it's like one block higher, but you're already at like making a piece that's at least 60 or 100 vertical. So there's one mistake. I'm like, I'm not gonna redo this whole crap.
Oh no. Yeah, no one's going to really notice it that much.
No. I can't really, because we've been playing this server for a while now. I can't really remember which one exactly, but there have been builds where I made a mistake. That it was one less wide than the internet said it should be, and then I looked and I was like, I think this version is better.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, I've anything I've looked up online, for the most part, I've looked at things for. Actually, I think I can do it better than this, or
Yeah.
especially when it comes to colours. If it's not designed as a Minecraft build, it might not have all the colours that you need.
Yeah, yeah. And some things have like 7 types of red, and we only have like 4, so then it's gonna start becoming difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, I turned off the censoring from Twitch with the stars. You can turn it off in chat settings,
Yeah, I might have to do that.
like for yourself, because in Bill Saber's chat, they like he's a rapper,
Hmm.
and basically everyone speaks like rap songs sound.
Yeah.
So all I saw was stars.
Yeah, I need to do that. The account's fairly new, and I've not used it to do anything. But I'm thinking I might use it for something. But it's there for now.
Dedicated DJ?
No, maybe dedicated game dev.
Why?
Just if I wanted to keep something separate.
Okay.
But yeah, I probably won't use it, but it's there anyway. But I could probably do with having a dedicated DJ, because that's more likely to cause me issues.
Yeah. I know it's better to have a dedicated DJ because of copyright reasons, then they like kind of like absolve you from the copyright problems.
Yes.
But I still think it's weird that you can't just say, yo, I'm a DJ and I like games, so here's my account, and on Friday I DJ. So put on the DJ filter and just let me do my thing, you know? But no, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why they have to have a whole separate account type for DJing.
Yeah. It's a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it is.
Yeah, I fully agree. Because yeah, I've built this channel up as a kind of like a full variety of like, okay, it's music, it's game, it's creative, it's anything I want to do.
Yeah, this is you.
Yeah. But yeah, to have a separate channel just for DJing is makes it a bit difficult. Because then, yeah, I'd have to probably go live on both channels, but only have the audio on the DJ channel, and just tell people if they want to listen, go to the DJ channel.
Mm.
But I was thinking of doing that anyway with my. If I was going to stream to Discord instead of having a DJ channel, I would yeah, just tell people to join my Discord for the audio. But I don't know how many people would do that, so it's a bit of a risky
I
one.
don't think many. I think the people don't like the extra step. With 2 Twitch accounts, maybe then it's like okay,
Yeah,
but to have open an extra Discord, that's difficult. I think.
yes. Yeah, because if you're watching on Twitch, you most likely already have a Twitch account,
Yeah.
and it's just a click in a new channel.
So what you building today?
Not decided yet. I'm just kind of working my way around a cave system for the moment.
Cool.
I've taken the wrong turning and I can't remember which way I came from.
Well, I have a map,
Yeah.
but if you lost, you cannot find the map either. So that's no.
Ah, I have found my way back. Accidentally, but I found my way back. I think I've done a loop. I went one direction and then looped back on myself, so I'm good now. That's very lucky.
Yes. Well, I need some white. From how I described, you already have like ideas in that who it might be?
No. I'm not too sure. It says a musician, is it? Or a,
Yeah.
yeah.
A musician that's no
Yes.
longer alive.
No longer alive. Was alive
Because,
before you were born.
yeah, he died in 95.
95. Okay, so I would have been aware of them when I was younger. Quite
Maybe.
like maybe if they weren't my thing, maybe my parents wouldn't have exposed me to that.
Never heard you speak about your parents and this channel, honestly. I mean, maybe they do like it. I just never heard you speak about your parents having this one in the house.
No, it's unlikely. It's very much kind of commercial, kind of rock that my parents would have listened to. So not really
When
metal.
you were younger, you ever had like music when you liked and your mother would come in the room and was like, okay, what is this? You know, what's this horrible music?
Never like that. It's more like, oh, who is this? I've not heard them before.
Okay.
And then sort of go, okay. And sort of, you might say that it's not the kind of thing I would listen to, but carry on.
I
So-
remember my guitar teacher telling me that his mother never really minded his metal, but then he was for the first time listening to My Dying Bride, and she literally came into his room when he was like 15, and she was like, "This is the most depressing thing I've ever heard." But My Dying Bride isn't a happy band, but so at
No,
all.
That's me. I never really listened to kind of emo kind of style music when I was younger. It was mainly kind of dance and hardcore, I suppose. So like harder dance music. Because yeah, my mother has started listening to like dance music since listening to me DJ.
Cool.
So she's going, oh, this is quite nice. I like the beat. So went out and bought CDs and came back and well, I bought this CD. If you want to copy it, let me know. So cool. Okay. So yeah, my mother was more up to date on dance music than I was.
Hmm.
I see like the photos of the cars from Saturday.
Yes. A lot.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as many as I would hoped to see, but those were the coolest ones I could see.
Very cool.
Mm.
I like those very thin, tall things with the big exhausts and the dinosaurs painted on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool
Don't
one.
know what, don't know what they are. Uh, I didn't like it.
Which one? The really tall ones.
Yeah, it was like really tall, but very narrow, like as narrow as a motorcycle, but it did have four wheels.
Okay, yeah. I think they're the slingshots.
No clue.
Slingshot
No, I
cars.
didn't.
Yeah, but they're designed sort of to be is basically like a dart or an arrow. So just all the power, and they just go really fast in one direction. Can't really turn them.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, you can turn very very slightly, but it's only really just enough to adjust it if the car is drifting one way or another. But yeah, they don't turn otherwise.
I wouldn't dare drive one, honestly.
Mm. Yeah, you got to be quite brave to sit in one of those and just go like 250 miles per hour. But they tend to have like parachutes in the back, so they don't have brakes. They just pull the parachute.
Huh.
But yeah, people quite happily sit in that and drive really fast.
Oh, not for me.
No. Now, the crazy thing is, there's didn't see too many, but there's bikes as well. Really, I did post one picture of the bike.
Really far away rear wheel.
Yes, I think that's to give it more stability, so it doesn't end up doing like wheelies, and for the front ends to lift up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, there'll be too much power, and the whole bike will flip. So they have to make it longer. But yeah, you think somebody again, a person sits on top of that and just goes really fast down the track. And yeah, I couldn't think of doing that.
No, me neither. I'll just stay inside.
Yeah, it's fun to watch these, and they're very brave for doing it. But these
Yeah.
people like really enjoy the engines, the cars, and everything. They just, yeah, it's just their strong hobby. They just enjoy making cars go as fast as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favourite ones are the rocket powered cars, because they just quite literally have an engine from a jet strapped to the back of them, and
Yeah, I saw those. Yes.
yeah, just ignite those up. The whole track is shaking. All the buildings shake. Car alarms go off.
Not very environmental friendly.
No, I don't think many of the cars there are environmentally friendly. Or very much burn as much fuel as quickly as possible. But the fun one was that steam powered bike. It kind of builds a lot of pressure up in the steam, and it burns through this. Well, it uses all the steam power in like 2 seconds. So once that's been pushed, then it keeps going until it runs out of momentum, and the brakes are applied.
That was like a homemade hobby with someone.
Yeah,
That's really really funny. Have I ever shown you the homemade motorcycle by a friend?
No, don't think so.
Wait, I'll DM you in a bit.
Cool.
It's funny. I also have a friend that really likes building things and like trying things out, etc. And
Yeah.
he built a bike himself, like a motorcycle,
Oh, nice.
and it goes 80 kilometers an hour.
Oh, nice.
It's not safe though.
No.
Where is it put? I'll DM you. I'll even decide to DM you because I don't think the police would ever like. If a police would see to your server, they wouldn't care. But technically, this thing is not legally made.
Oh,
That I've sent you.
cool. So have a quick look. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah.
He took an old bicycle and put a motor on it.
Yeah, that's a proper motor as well, isn't it? It's
Yeah, he bought it on AliExpress.
yeah, that sounds very safe.
Yeah, and the exhaust is where normally you put your feet at the
Yeah.
bicycle, so he has to really, how do you say, man spread.
Yeah,
And then
and
yeah,
I can sort of guess you'd end up burning your feet if you're not careful.
yeah, he man he spreads his feet like to the front.
Yeah.
Also, this is a very big guy, very
Right.
tall,
Yeah.
and just I haven't seen him drive it, but just the idea of it is already entertaining to me.
Yeah. No, that is quite a contraption.
Yeah, I wouldn't try it out.
No.
Don't think I'd survive. Be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Getting close.
Yep.
This wasn't an easy one. That's why I'm happy I'm getting close. Well, technically it is. Jij weet wel al wie het is?
Ik herken hem, maar ik ben zijn naam kwijt.
Als je het zegt, weet hij het meteen.
Ja, daar ging ik al vanuit.
Ik heb er laatst een shirt van gekregen van jou.
Oh ja, dat was het, ja.
Wie dacht je dan dat het was?
Nee, ik wist wie het was, maar ik wist niet wat zijn naam was. Sorry voor de Dutch.
Oh, good.
Makkelijke E. Ja. Hallo.
Yo,
Hey, niks.
Stomme naam eigenlijk in het Nederlands. Hè.
dat is er wel.
Sorry. We're laughing because we realized that the Dutch translation of the artist's name is horribly stupid. But I cannot really explain that because when I translate it, it's just really his name and then it's not stupid. But the Dutch translation is just really
It's
dumb.
really weird.
It's really silly.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Hello.
You okay, Nix?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
Awesome. Makkelijke E.
Ja, ik vind hem op zijn Nederlands wel beter.
It crashed. Oh. And Nix is back.
Yay.
Had to mess around with the settings. It chucks me straight into full screen, which means that every time I click off it, it fucks my computer up for a moment.
Ah,
Um,
no good.
and now he's almost, really almost done. I'm really happy. It's starting to look cool. And once you watch the Slipknot logos and the Bill Saber also here, so that's easy.
Cool.
Had jij de Slipknot logos al gezien?
Ja.
Cool.
Ik vloog er net langs. Waarom vet?
Right. Minecraft creating is almost like mindfulness, you know? Especially when I need to do the very big black parts where I need a lot of black blocks. I just keep clicking.
Hmm.
It's kind of like meditation.
Yeah. It's very relaxing.
Sometimes a bit too much.
Hmm.
Well, I don't mind when I'm not streaming, but sometimes during stream I feel like I forget I'm live. I'm just click, 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 click.
Yeah.
also not Biggie Smalls. That one also got shot.
Okay.
Also not Kurt Cobain. Yeah, he also
I
got
don't-
shot.
I don't think you can make Biggie Smalls like quite fast.
He's too big. Also, I would never make Kurt Cobain because I don't like Nirvana.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm done, so sure. And I'm happy with it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's finished.
Cool. I shall come have a look.
What you doing, if I may ask?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Just wandering around my area. Need to try and.
Hit
Hmm?
the piece of paper.
I don't know. I was hoping it would tell me what's in my immediate area.
Now you have to right click once.
Okay.
And then it appears in your backpack or in your inventory if you have space left.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. I have many maps now.
Yes, all of the same thing.
Ah, okay.
All of the same area.
Cool. Yeah, I've never used maps before.
Same. I just thought it would be nice.
Yeah.
And you could keep one.
Yeah, let's keep that one.
And if you take it in your hand, then you see the map.
Ah. Cool. Okay.
Then you have to go out of bounds of this, and then you can make another one, etc. And that's how I made the big one. I kept making new ones, then putting them together. It was horror.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, if you want a second big map, you do you, but not for me. I keep it at one.
It's mainly sort of so I can see what's my immediate area. Okay, gotcha. So if I'm underground, I should hopefully know roughly where I am.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. Right, let's what do we want? How do we teleport?
/ teleport and my name.
Cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
They know who it is then?
I recognise it. I can't think of the name.
It's easy.
Ah, yes, of course.
He died of AIDS
Hmm.
when he was quite young.
Yeah.
Like most of these rappers get shot, but he died of AIDS.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's a shame for them to be shot anyway, but
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame he got AIDS in the 90s and not now.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's manageable.
true.
It's still a nasty disease, but
Yeah.
that's the slip of shit.
Nice. Love that. That's cool. And
The
that's cool.
smaller text logo. And
Yeah.
the big black thing you see here is the map.
Okay.
Yeah. And besides that is the Bill Saber. The big thing is Bill Saber. And, don't
Ah.
touch it. You would one click and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't want to do that again.
Yeah. Just delete the entire server.
No. But if you remove, if you hit it, then it destroys like a block, and then I have to go to that exact space again, and it's more difficult to find the exact spot than you think.
Yeah.
But it's funny how, in my opinion, your Dalek and Nyx's Castle are one of the two most easily recognizable on the map.
Yeah. Yeah. It's picked those up very nicely.
The castle.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to do this because I get lost all the time, because I just kept making, and I and you and you to a lesser extent, and well, everyone just kept making tracks and making corners, but not really knowing how
Yeah. Yeah.
how is the track going actually. And then now I see it. And some parts I thought were closer together actually are farther than I thought. And at some point we kind of built back to Nyx's castle, which is fairly at the beginning,
Hmm.
but then went down again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting to see how we've actually moved through the lands. Is that okay?
I mostly try to avoid the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easily destroyed.
Hmm. And keeping my fingers away from the mouse.
At
Oh.
a bit lower where I am, you see a small green dot.
Oh yes.
That's where we are.
Ah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. See the green
Yeah.
dot? That's where we are.
Ah. Nice.
So that part I could destroy because
Yeah.
I know where it is. But you see how many of the blocks I had to do.
Yeah. That's a lot of blocks.
And I made a lot of mistakes as well, that they had double and they had exactly the same ones. And
Ah.
yeah, It wasn't fun to do, but at some point I was at like 1/3 and I was like, now I want to finish it.
Yeah. It's also very fun to see what all these things look like on the map.
Well, all my pixel art is just stripes.
Yeah. Now, does this update, or would you have to go back to an area with a map if it changes?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It does update,
Hmm.
but let's say I will go to your new area, I make a map, then the map that's exactly the same will update.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, kind of, it doesn't do completely. But I think it would break the server because it's too much data, because it would keep track of everything that's moving,
Yes.
constantly. Don't think Minecraft likes that.
No. And that this little village that's over here.
Yeah, there's a lot still to like build in, but
Hmm.
I just took every part, like the maximum spot we were at, and then make it square. Look better
Yeah.
than it being all like
Yeah.
I like it. There's a lot of villages, but it also cannot see depth. So the big gray spot to the lower left is my big crater.
Oh yes. Yes.
When I accidentally spawned, was it for 55,000 dynamite?
Mm, yeah.
I'm still impressed that the free server could survive that.
Yeah, it did extremely well.
Maybe had some lag a little bit, but that's expected to. Yeah.
We've got a
During the
village down there.
explosion.
Yeah. It's
But
very
yeah, I
cool.
mean, it would have been nice if I could just say like, oh, this map I made, let's put it in some other places. Because then no, you are here, you are here, but I don't want to make this 5 times.
No, no. Definitely not.
So it would be cool if it could be like that because it's easy.
Yeah, and I suppose there's no way to copy it, is there? You can't really.
No, you can copy maps themselves. So if I would have been smart, but I did this without knowing how it worked. I learned during doing it.
Right.
I would have made every map 5 times,
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
but I didn't, and I'm not gonna do it all over again.
Oh no, definitely not.
Well,
Nice.
maybe, but not today.
No.
Maybe because this one's kind of the end of our track now, so. But let's say I was at Nick's castle, and I wanted to go to somewhere else. Some parts are closer than I thought, and I would follow the track, and I would really go around. But now I realize that if you just go south from the castle, you reach some parts more easily.
Yeah.
So that's what this also helps. But I
Yeah.
didn't know it was such straight lines. I just followed the tracks. It's different than I thought our world looked like, or in my opinion.
Yeah, you don't quite get the scale of it, otherwise. But yeah, you realise we've not.
Maybe-
Yeah, we've not really
What?
covered that. We've not really covered that much ground as I thought we would have.
No, we just went in circles at least twice.
Yeah.
Well, mostly me. You and Nick kind of stayed in one area. I just kept going.
Mm.
I like the trains.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way you could like copy all this and say place it somewhere else. Or just
Yeah, because I know there's some way you can like copy a collection of blocks, but I think you might need mods for that.
yeah. Because the thing is, I also immediately threw away all maps I already used for the big map because I didn't have enough inventory space.
Ah, yeah.
But when, let's say, we build more and more, and at some point we continue, I will add to it.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. It's also interesting to see that the furthest the track goes to the left is pretty much as far as we have gone to the left.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And if I would have gone up there, it would have been like a nice circle track. But
Hmm.
at some point, I go down and
Yeah.
then back to the right.
Yeah.
So whereabouts on this map are we?
Are we down here? So we down here?
Yeah, there's a small green.
Oh yeah, it's this green,
rectangle.
that green flagged. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's where we are. It's funny, in my other server with my friend, we made quite a lot of pixel art, but we made them on the floor, like laying down.
Ah, right. Yes, you could see it on
And
the
it's
map.
way easier to see where you actually are on that map.
Hmm.
That was in my original server. We did that mostly with PixArt, but that's this server it spawned us in quite a mountainous area
Yes.
compared to some others, so it wasn't that possible. Well,
Hmm. That looks very good.
yeah, I hope to. I googled a little bit, so I hope to find some way to. It would be nice to have at some points along the track to have a big map. So you know, okay, now I'm here in this part of the track. I go left to there, right to there.
Yeah.
Recreating is not fun.
No. Cool.
Especially since whatever map I make now gets the number compared to the one. So now I'm on map 564.
Okay.
But that also includes duplicates I made. So if I
Right.
would have done it perfectly, I would have just had map 1 till whatever. I think this is a couple of hundred. It's more than 10 wide and 10 low. So this must be at least 200 maps.
Right.
It's never fun, but yeah. If I would have done it all nicely, then it would be better.
Yeah. But you learn how it works now.
Yeah. I see now it actually doesn't update. I had to like update the exact map. I
Okay.
think. It's weird. Well, not matter.
No.
Any big changes? I will just go to the place, then make a map, go back, see where it should be.
Of course, yeah.
I thought it did. Weird.
Go take the tour then. Have a look at everything.
It takes 20 minutes. If you have no idea what to make, I guess it's good. I'm at that point now.
Yeah.
Is that to save me when I was busy with it? Because I kept flying completely far away from the part the known world to us.
Yeah.
Completely lost for at least half an hour, and I think I just kept going more and more away.
Right.
So I thought I saw something about teleport to original spawn point. I clicked that, but I said I turned it into make this my spawn point. So then
Ah.
I could, even if I killed myself, I would have returned to that place. So at least I was doing something completely else. I thought like, can you turn your computer on and just stand where you are among our statues,
Yeah.
teleport to you, make a new spawn point, and otherwise it's
Yeah. Oh, hello.
because I have the illegal version of Minecraft. You don't see my skin. That sucks.
Yeah.
I can see my skin. Huh? I'm Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you don't see that. I refuse to pay.
Yeah. Don't blame you. I had a illegal copy of like a really old, one of the early Minecrafts.
If you don't mind, I changed this part up a bit so we go around your thing like you'd made, but you made it so it kept going around, and it frustrated me because I could never pull the lever.
Ah.
So I made it a bit longer the fall.
Cool.
I mean, if you would like it to be a game, then you could shorten it again.
No, that's good.
For my own sanity, I had to. Yeah, I like the Dalek.
Yeah. I'm proud of that one.
And TARDIS is cool as well. It's very big.
Yeah, I was going to build the inside of the TARDIS, but not many people would see that anyway.
I mean, if you make the tour so they force it, then it's okay, I guess.
True.
And these are the first things I made in the servers to welcome us. This is the original spawn point, I think.
Yes. Yeah, when I first joined the server, that's what I saw.
So you too changed the tool to make it a bit longer around your villages, right?
Yeah, I took it around my little area.
That's cool.
Yeah, built a couple of things around here.
Yeah, I like the wizard.
Hmm.
Or dwarf or whatever it is.
Yeah, I just typed in like wizards and what it came back with looked like a AI generated thing, because it wasn't quite pixel art. You could tell not all of the pixels were square. So this has obviously been generated, but I'll turn it into pixel art.
You've been using perchance?
A few times.
I'm amazed how they managed to keep it free.
Yeah, that's confusing because I know it takes processing power to do it. Maybe it has to wait in a queue when it's busy. But I don't know. It's interesting to know how they don't have to charge for it.
Well, they might have like a lot of ads around it, but we just don't see that using Brave or Opera.
True. Yeah, I don't see any ads for mine either. So yeah, it's probably ad supported, but we're not supporting them.
I mean, I've seen there's certain websites, I can't remember which, but that I've been using for years on Brave, and I just was used to it not having ads, and then I was at someone's house that used like a regular version of Brave without plugins. I mean
Right.
Chrome, and
Yeah.
it went to the same site, and I was like, "What is this?" It's nothing but that.
Yeah, I've done that before. When I forgot this website has ads. It's like covered in them.
Yeah. You two have any gigs planned soon, besides download?
I don't think so. Let's have a quick look. No, the next gig we have is download.
Yeah, cool.
I'm not sure there's any. No, we don't even have anything booked in for after download.
Hmm.
Is there anything next year, or the only thing next year is this year? And this is now.
Don't know what those things are. I think Light built those.
Ah,
I have no clue what they are.
look cool.
Yeah, the Daggerma things are mine, of course.
Hmm.
Maybe they're like Pokemon or something. I think I know Light likes Pokemon.
It's not Pokemon I recognise, but obviously they're creatures of some kind of game.
I've never been into Pokemon like I think I've said.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like the collecting aspect of Pokemon, where it says, well, you have to collect one of each of them. Which I know the original creator was a like a bug collector. You go around collecting different types of bugs.
Yeah, I've read that. Oh, we're ready.
Hmm.
I'm watching on your stream.
Uh,
The Stardew Animals by Lisa.
nice.
I'm probably, when I say these things, already past them because Twitch is slow. Latency.
You got Spyro the Dragon. That's pretty cool.
And then latency isn't that bad. Still my fave, the Kiss.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really cool. I think that's one of the best ones you've done.
Thank you. It's better at night, but
Yeah.
humid.
Hmm.
Are you going into the mouth of someone you've met in your stream?
Hmm. Yeah, it makes more sense now.
Well, let me see if he's there. I mean, also.
Not seeing on the list. Just
I'm very surprised how well he behaved with you.
yeah, very good.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, means
Hmm.
that was nice.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be quite happy if that is how they continue
Yeah.
to chat.
I do wonder how he managed to kill his games that much in Unity, though.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more difficult to get rid of. To, but I mean,
Hmm. Yeah. That Spyro the Dragon is pretty cool.
thank you. The other one, Near the Kiss, is made by Lisa. This one's made by me.
Hmm. Yeah, both very cool. Like this one's great as a 2D one, but then having a 3D one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the Final Fantasy characters are awesome.
The Tifa Cloud,
Hmm.
also by me.
Yeah. Like
That's-
Ash from Evil Dead's pretty cool. It's like a little.
Yeah. When I was making the Chicago Bulls logo, everyone thought I was making a penis.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
And I only did the outline before I did the horns.
Yeah. Yoshi's cool as well.
That's one but light.
Ah. And yeah, to get the Slayer logo, that's really good. Oh, the vinyl. Didn't spot the vinyl before.
And we made quite some things, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's 2 Umits in this. I
Yeah.
still plan to make some pixel art of wrestlers, but I only ended up making the ring.
Yeah, a Balrog I like.
With my friend Phil.
Hmm. That's really cool.
He likes saunas and guitars.
Yeah.
Like Frida Danzig from the Big Red Flag.
Ah.
Wasn't a fan of that.
Hmm.
I remember who made the Rainbow Cave.
Oh, yeah, I like the Rainbow Cave. That's really cool.
Yeah, not by me. I don't know who.
Ah.
Maybe Light,
Yeah.
if not Lisa.
I did not make a rainbow cave.
Yeah, that was the start of Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and that was his boot. But then it became so difficult, I got angry, and it's only been his right for months.
Hmm. Squidward.
Yeah, we watched the SpongeBob movie yesterday as well.
Ah.
Oh, that's also made by Light, I think. I've never been into Sonic.
Yeah, that Sonic's pretty cool. I like that one. Zombie and Samus is really cool as well.
Those 2 of me.
Ah.
Totally Spies.
Ah.
Meat kept bugging me to make the Totally Spies, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I made them quite quickly.
Hmm. I like the Bowser.
Yeah.
The booze.
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
All Zelda.
Hmm.
I don't know who made the Belgian flag. Might have been me.
Right.
I can't imagine I would have been it because I don't like them.
Yeah. Solid Snake.
Doodle Bob.
Hmm.
It's by Lisa. You should make an R2D2 because you have a BB-8.
Oh yeah, I did think about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that Mewtwo. It was Light's idea, so we started, and it was way more difficult than it looked. The shades of gray were horrific because they were very close to each other in the original picture we used. So it was really
Yeah.
difficult to get it right.
It looks good though. That,
Yeah,
that's pretty close, if not accurate.
but it took at least 2 streams or something.
Hmm. Oh my god. This priest. Oh, there's the vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, Lisa.
Digimon.
By me.
Hmm.
Because I like Digimon.
Yeah.
River City Girls. Yeah, those Ducky and stuff were made by Light, I don't know.
Yeah. They're cool.
River City Girls were easy to find pixel art from because it's a pixel art game.
Yeah.
The Naruto things. I don't think you've seen those.
No, I haven't seen these ones yet.
I find it hard to not make things too close to the track, so imagine.
Yeah.
If you really like to see someone really likes to see something, you can just get out of the cart.
True. Into the that's cool.
Yeah, it was a big explosion.
Hmm.
It wasn't really. I didn't really intend to do it. But well, you were there.
Yeah. Hi there, hi, how's it going? I am Steve. Yeah. I think this explosion is almost a piece of art in itself. Kind of what's left of it.
Yeah, I wanted to do so. I wanted to make spawn a small block of dynamite, but then I accidentally put an extra 0.
Ah,
And 1 extra 0 is a lot.
yeah.
So I think I wanted a block of. I think like 30 or something, and became 300.
Yeah, it's kind of, let's say it's almost artistic in its the way it's kind of destroyed the mountain.
I might be. I only had to rebuild a small part of some things.
Yeah. Ender Pearl. How's it going? Hi, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a good Monday. And off we go. Some very cool stuff. Got a new recipe.
Yeah, I like easy.
Hmm. Hello, chickens.
I should make a ice cube as well, I think. And a Tupac.
Yeah.
I don't know who plays the chickens.
Hmm.
Maybe they spawn themselves.
Yeah, that's true. It's all entirely possible.
Let's make the rails fast, easy.
You see, now we have the map, we can realise how close things are. It's very quick to get around.
Yeah, that's why it would have been nice to have placed the map at at least like 5 key points.
Yeah.
You can make the next one if you want, but not me.
Yeah. Let's go back over this way.
If you
Okay.
watch WrestleMania these 2 days, and most of the matches were very good.
Oh, nice.
Only bad thing is that the real final one, the big one, the main event, that one was really bad. So even though it actually was a very good event, the fact it ended so badly is that it kind of put like it ruined the whole experience. Let's say there's a bad matches somewhere in the middle, you can like it, you can forget about it. But
Right.
the big main event being very poorly executed.
Ah.
But it wasn't even a bad match story-wise. It was just very lackluster wrestling, which I think is very bad if you main event.
Yeah, you want to see a good match. Was there any particular matches you enjoyed a lot?
Yeah, multiple. The main event of the first day was really good.
Okay.
There's one match, which is it's cool, but it's also kind of funny how from the moment it was bought by Netflix,
Right.
the whole thing is sponsored by everything.
Ah, right.
Like WWE, like first when like a wrestling ring would just have like a no print on the mat, you know,
Yeah.
or maybe one logo by something that sponsored them. They now look like Formula One jackets, you know, it's just only small logos everywhere.
Right.
And they were also sponsored by at least 4 games coming out by Fatal Fury and the new Clash of Titans mobile season or something. And Fortnite sponsored them, and also
Oh.
Doom. And
Oh.
some of the wrestlers were even using their product placement and forced to like kind of cosplay as characters from the game. So 2 dudes were in Clash of Titans mobile game outfits, etc. Which sometimes it's a bit meh, but one dude was promoting the new Doom game, so he kind of looked cool in like a Doom Slayer themed outfit, and the dude he fought against, he had his intro written by Kerry King from Slayer.
Oh,
And because
okay.
it was WrestleMania, Kerry King played it live while he walked in.
Nice. That's cool.
So that was cool. And it's funny because Kerry King is like, I'm not very tall, and even I looked like gigantic next to him when I met him.
Yeah.
But these wrestlers, they're really big.
Hmm.
Kerry King standing next to these wrestlers, he just looked like a bald bearded child or something.
Nice.
And I don't know if you know the band Living Color, like an old funk rock band.
Rings a bell. Yeah.
They also performed live, and those kind of things were cool.
Nice. It's been so long since I've seen like a wrestle event. You planning to do one?
I'll send you Kerry King. He's small.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because look at his shoes. He's literally wearing like 10 centimeter platforms as well. They're just tiny.
Let's bring up the escort. Oh wow, yeah. It almost doesn't look real. Is that? Is he actually there? And it's been.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, it happened before. Motor had played at WrestleMania at some point.
Yeah.
I've seen Motionless in White.
Oh, okay.
like walk along with a female wrestler that uses Motionless as White as her intro song.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know about Motorhead, because there's Triple H had Motorhead,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah. I didn't see that live. I think I was too young, but I've seen the footage of the Motorhead performing while he walked in.
Yeah.
There's also one of my favorite wrestlers that got like fired like 3 years ago.
Right.
There's a lot of teasers he's coming back within 2 weeks,
Oh, okay.
and he was his intro back then was done by a band called Code Orange. It's like a
Oh, yes.
metalcore band,
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
They also performed once while he was walking in. It was also cool.
Nice.
I'll send you this video. It's really cool actually.
The
Yeah.
same band also was for Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Name you might know because
Hmm.
Bray Wyatt is old, but
Yeah, that sounds familiar to me.
Bray Wyatt had toen ook zo'n live van die andere band die zijn nummer deed.
ja, hij heeft 2 keer live gehad. Code Orange en die andere, ja.
But he, like this Dutch wrestler, he had like this really occult, like god, satanic team around him. So I really liked him. And like he entered the when he entered the match, he would be like lifted, like he was some kind of vampire rising from the coffin, surrounded by candles and stuff.
Ah.
Then he got fired simply because of, I think, money reasons.
Right.
It was like, okay, we have to pay. You can only pay for, let's say, 40 wrestlers, and
Ah.
you
Yeah.
are the 41, so goodbye.
Hmm.
It happens too often that, in my opinion, some really good ones, they just decide we need to write a different story and we don't have room for this person, and then suddenly they're gone. No goodbye. We just never see him in the matches anymore. And then I Google it after a month, and it's like, yeah, they got fired 2 months ago. Sometimes really dumb choices, and I always thought that this dude was a dumb choice to fire.
Yeah.
But then he suddenly broke because the number 2 of wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. It's like the biggest, I'd say, enemy competitor of WWE, the big other promotion at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone that gets fired at WWE goes there,
Yeah.
and so he went there as well, and out of nowhere he like one-sidedly he decided to end his contract like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right.
And WWE was doing all kinds of teasers during matches, and suddenly you would get a 5-second commercial of like all kind of like gothic imagery and like pentagrams coming into your screen, like, and that looked really close to his original logo,
Oh, right.
with a date which is 25th of April. And they started doing this 1 week after he suddenly said, yeah, I'm gonna stop at AEW, at AEW, I mean.
Hmm.
And I was like, a lot of people are pretty sure that the two are connected.
Yeah. Seems very coincidental.
And he's Dutch, so that's also fun.
Yeah.
And he's also a very tall, big man. And his wife is still in the WWE as a female wrestler.
Right.
And she's the shortest of all the females, so it's always funny to see them on there, together at home times.
Hmm.
She literally comes up to his waist.
Yeah.
His wife is she's not. I mean, she's not literally giant because she's very small, but she's a giant weeb that always comes into the matches in cosplay themed things.
Nice.
Okay, I exaggerated. It's not his waist, but
Yeah.
there's a big. Yeah, I'll show you.
Cool.
I mean, she's pulling herself up against him here as well,
Right. Let's have a look. Oh,
And
yeah.
she's in very big high heels, as you can see, so she's
Yeah.
fairly short.
Oh wow. I bet he gets gets quite an ache if he has to kind of want to give her a cuddle or a kiss.
Yeah, probably. But then again, I think wrestlers' bodies are
Oh yeah, if he's strong enough to pick her up.
the ache resistant.
Yeah.
And I'll show you his intro when they played live.
Awesome. Okay.
With their Code Orange. Really cool.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of Code Orange before.
One thing is, he's built from Amsterdam. He's like from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Alistair Black, you always hear, but he's not from Amsterdam. But it's probably the only thing Americans can say about my country.
Yeah. So okay. I suppose it's the same if you're from England. You're probably from London.
Most of them are.
Hmm.
He is actually from Alkmaar, which is close to Amsterdam, but still.
It's close enough, but it's not. I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
suppose
if you look at like US, then everything seems close if you compare it.
true.
But literally every Canadian wrestler is from Toronto. With
Yeah.
WWE.
Yes.
And then you look him up, and it's literally on the other side of Canada.
Yeah.
It's always from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, you probably know Edge because Edge was
Oh
really
yes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know Edge.
He was also from Toronto, Canada, according to WWE. And then we Googled him, and he was born like 3 hours away from Toronto, not
Right.
even close.
Yeah.
There's also one of the biggest wrestlers at the moment is from Scotland. It's called Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's from Scotland, and then the WWE were in Wales, and then they were like, finally back in his home city and stuff, like his home country and stuff.
It,
And
it
it's
was
like,
even worse. Like they announced like they're gonna do Clash at the Castle, which is in Wales, and
Yeah.
then they made Drew McIntyre the actual like promotion for the whole poster and
Right.
everything with back to his homeland.
homeland, like Scottish tartans on the posters, and I was like, that's Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the Americans believe
also,
that.
Hmm.
there's some guy from Austria, and he was also in his homeland when he was in Germany a couple weeks ago.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, as you say, sort of some Americans, or probably most Americans, think, well, if you're European, it's all the same country.
Yeah. You like Motionless in White?
Yeah. Listen to him a bit.
And I'll also show that one.
Cool.
Does anyone know how to make automatic doors?
What?
Automatische deuren maken?
Nee, weet ik niet.
Het is wel een paar keer gelukt, maar volgens mij hebben ze iets lopen veranderen of zo. Want wat ik normaal doe, werkt niet meer.
No clue. What I really like about it's Aussie time, by the way.
Oh yes.
About the one I sent with the Motionless in White is that, I mean, the female wrestler herself, she's of course a millionaire.
Right.
She's not just a mid, she's one of the bigger names in currently in the female Sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
But she's really a big fan of the band herself. So when she was standing next to the singer, she really became a fan, not the big celebrity she is herself anymore.
Yeah. That's
At
cool.
least I saw in her eyes.
Yeah.
I've also once sent you when Little Wayne brought someone to the ring. It
Yeah,
was
that
awesome.
was amazing. I am really, really still disappointed that Lil Wayne wasn't allowed to sing America the Beautiful, which they always do.
They always hire someone to do American Beautiful before the matches, because it's America.
True.
And they didn't even allow Lil Wayne to do it.
Oh.
I've heard they actually were angry at Little Wayne because he they paid him, of course, probably a lot of money,
Yeah.
and he promised them to do a new song no one had ever heard before.
Right.
And he came in, he did like 3 sentences of one of his known hit songs from like 2004, and then he stopped.
Ah.
Well, I mean, no one could really follow what he was saying anyway, so
Yeah, this is true.
he was making up words, making up sounds even. There weren't words.
Right. Yeah.
He sounded like a Muppet or something. It was really, really bad.
He sounded and moved like a Muppet.
Hmm.
It was really bad. I still watch it from time to time just to laugh.
Yeah. I've never been able to take him too seriously.
Oh,
The funny thing about it was that the WWE ring announcers announced Lil Wayne as the greatest rapper of all time, and not even Lil Wayne believes that.
No.
maybe he does. I mean, you'd never be surprised by the arrogance and like the god complex most artists have.
True.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'm a multimillionaire, why wouldn't I be great?
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna give Ozzy his food.
Okay. I probably won't be on for too much longer.
Okay.
Alright, have a good night, guys. Thanks for the game.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night. I'll if you happen to stream a bit longer, then I'll see you on the stream. Otherwise, have a good night.
Yeah. Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Next, I'm probably gonna sign off here, and I'll speak to you shortly.
Okay, I'll speak to you shortly.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Cool. Out of there. Let's find a nice spot. There's no point continuing on. I've got a nice little sort of track that runs through under here. Now, if there was something I could show off down here properly, I could reroute the track, but we will spot ourselves down here. We'll switch over to here. And I'll disconnect. Thank you all for joining us. Next stream will be on Wednesday. And we will continue on with Crocker Legend of the Gobbos. See if we can get a bit further in that game. And yeah, see if we can get close to finishing it. It would be nice to finish that game. Because it's not a long game. But it's definitely a fun game. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the stream today. We do like doing Minecraft occasionally, where it's just sort of just a nice chilled stream, people lurking, enjoying themselves. But we'll be going back to Stardew Valley eventually. We like to switch it up, because switching between the two. But yeah, Wednesday, Croc Legend of the Gobbos, see if we can get a bit further than that. And Friday, it will be some more game dev. And if you enjoyed Tempest Rising, I might do a little bit of a Tempest Rising stream beforehand, before going into game dev. But I'd like to do a bit more game dev this time. We'll see how I feel. But certainly game dev on Friday. But thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy your week. And I shall see you all on Wednesday. Hope you have a good night.